You still there? I didn't wake you up too early, did I? Yeah, I know. It's early for you, but I had this dream, you know? Real wild, real vivid. I woke up and I just couldn't shake it. Wow. Last night was something else. I swear, my mind was all over the place. Anyway, I'm sorry if I woke you up. I didn't mean to be all loud about it, but I had to tell you. So, get this. I was in the middle of the outer ring desert, right where the sun's all intense and the air's like a furnace. But, out of nowhere, a cool breeze. And that breeze smelled like something amazing, something new. I know, it sounds crazy, right? But you know me, I'm always up for a new challenge. And then, it hit me like a bolt of lightning just like that. I could taste the drink. It was so real. You're gonna love this. So, this drink. It was this sweet, spicy, smooth thing. But it had a bit of a kick, you know? Almost like a cactus flavor, but it was something more smooth than anything I've ever tasted. Like the desert, but refreshing. I could already see it in my mind. The way the glass looked, the steam rising from it, even the sound of it sizzling. I have got to make this drink. And when I do, oh boy, it's gonna be a hit. You know, you're gonna be my taste tester, okay? Yeah, you're going to be the one to tell me if it hits the mark. You better be ready, because I'm telling you, this drink is gonna be something special. You know, it's a little warmer than I like today. This is exactly the kind of weather where I get these crazy ideas. But all right, back to the drink. Okay, in the dream, I was mixing a bunch of things together. There was this sharp, citrusy kick, something like lemon, but more intense, with a little hint of honey to make it smooth, you know? But the real secret ingredient? It was a cactus flower. Don't even ask me how I got my hands on that in the middle of the desert, but it was perfect. And I can already feel the flavors in my head. Oh, it's going to be perfect, trust me. I should probably calm down, though. It's actually kind of wild. You ever have one of those dreams where you wake up and just know you gotta make it real? It's like that. Like, my mind knew exactly what it was doing. Showing me that drink. And yeah, I know. Sometimes my ideas come from the weirdest places. But this one, I can't shake it. I'm gonna need to track down some ingredients, find the right mix, get the balance just right. I mean, what's a good drink without the right flavor, right? You ever think about the perfect drink? Not just the kind you drink when you're thirsty, but the kind that feels like it fits the moment, you know? Like when the sun's setting and the air's just starting to cool down. Or when the night's so quiet and you're sitting by the fire, just talking with friends, laughing. That's the drink I'm imagining. I swear, in that dream, it was the perfect drink. Smooth, sweet with a little sting of spice. Like a memory from the desert that sticks with you after the sun sets. I want to get it right. And when I do, well, let's just say the Sons of Caledon are going to have a new drink to add to the stash. You know what's funny? Some folks think the desert's just dry and empty. Like there's nothing to it. But to me, it's the opposite. There's something about the silence out there. It's loud in its own way, if that makes any sense. You got all these little things. Plants, animals, the air. It's all this quiet energy. And man, it gives me the best ideas. The drink, it's gotta have that quiet energy. Something subtle, but something that knocks you out when you least expect it. Anyway, enough about that. I'm rambling. You're the one who's gotta try this, remember? You ready for my next big thing? Because once I make it, you'll never want anything else. Trust me. Really, truly, some of my best drinks come from the wildest ideas. I got a few of these in my back pocket anyway. If you ever get the chance to see me work, you'll know. Every drink tells a story. And this one's gonna be a story worth telling. Alright, let me think. What should I add next to this wild idea? I'm thinking a little bit of agave syrup. Sweet, but not too sweet. You know what I mean? Smooth. Oh, and some mint. Fresh mint from the garden I keep on the roof. I'm telling ya, once this thing comes together, it's gonna be like nothing anyone's ever tasted. What do you think, though? You think I'll hit the mark? I trust you, you know? You're always honest, so don't hold back on me. If it's no good, I'll know. I'm just so pumped about this. I can't stop thinking about it. Maybe I need a name for it too. Something that matches the desert vibe. Something like Desert Mirage. Or Cactus Bloom? Nah, it's too simple. Let me think a bit more on it. It's gonna be a killer drink. I just know it. It's like when you put a little more spice on the fire to keep it going, but smooth enough that you can feel the heat without getting burned. Yeah, that's the vibe. Anyway, I think I'll give it a shot later today. I'll grab some supplies, find the cactus flowers, the agave, you know, the whole deal. We can sit down later and I'll tell you exactly how it goes. If it works, you'll be the first to try it. Well, I hope that energized you a bit this morning. Enough talk for now. I think it's time for me to get moving. But seriously, you're gonna love this drink when I get it just right. It's like nothing else, I promise you that. You'll see, this drink, it'll be legendary. And don't forget, I'm counting on you to be my taste tester. I love your enthusiasm. Okay, wait. Before I leave, I got more ideas for this drink. You're gonna love this. I've been thinking about it non-stop since I woke up, as you already know. So, picture this. So, remember that cool breeze I was telling you about earlier? Yeah, it got me thinking. I'm feeling this needs to balance the drink with something a little unexpected. Like everyone's all about those fruity, tropical vibes, right? But no, this drink, it's gotta have that edge, that desert flavor. What if I add a dash of something earthy? Something with a little grit, like smoked chili. Yeah, that'll give the drink a bit of a burn at first. Just a light one, nothing overwhelming. But then it'll fade into that smooth, sweet flavor I was dreaming about. It's gotta be subtle, like a whisper. You'll taste it, but it won't hit you too hard. Okay, I see. I know that look on your face. Now, I know what you're thinking. Chili? In a drink? But trust me, the right balance can change everything. Ever had a sweet and spicy chocolate bar? Or those spicy margaritas? It's the same idea, but in a way no one's tried out here in the desert. And I want to show the desert this drink. Not just the flavors of the land, but its mood, its vibe. Think about how the heat hits you when the sun's at its peak. and the feeling when the sun starts setting, and the air is just heavy with the dust and smell of sage. I want my drink to capture that moment, right when the desert breathes a sigh of relief as the night falls. That's the feeling I'm chasing. See, I knew you would agree. Okay, so chili's in, but what else? What's going to pull it all together? Maybe a little smoked agave syrup. Now that I think about it, I could get it from one of those little desert distilleries up north. They got the syrup that's infused with mesquite wood smoke. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Smooth, smoky, but still sweet enough to balance out the chili kick. I'm telling you, once I get all these ingredients together, cactus flower, citrus, agave, a little chili, it's gonna be magic. It's gonna have this kick of spice that'll wake you up, but it'll melt into that smooth sweetness that makes you want to take another sip. Now, I need a little something for texture. You know what I mean? Something that feels like the desert in your hands. Something you can almost feel when you drink it. Maybe a little bit of cactus pear juice. You ever had that stuff? It's thick, almost like nectar, but not too thick. It'll add that nice, rich feel to it. And the color? Oh, it'll be this deep red hue, perfect for the sunset vibes. Alright, so I've got the citrus, the chili, the cactus flower, the agave syrup, and the cactus pear juice. But you know what? There's this last thing we need to make this perfect. A little touch of salt. I know, salt in a drink sounds strange, but out here in the desert, you need salt to bring everything together. It's like the foundation of a good meal, you know? You can't skip it. It'll make the sweetness and spice pop. Like a little flick of salt, just a pinch, no more, and that's it. Maybe on the rim with the chili. You know, that'll be like tasting the desert itself. A drink that's as wild and unpredictable as the land, but smooth enough to pull you in. You'll be transported in the middle of the desert, the sun setting and the dust settling in the air. All that heat, and then this cool drink in your hand, soothing you. It's the perfect balance of fire and ice. I've never made something like this before, but it's gotta be special. I can feel it. You know how sometimes you gotta, trust your gut feeling? Like something's gonna work even though you never tried it? I've got that feeling with this drink. And once it's made, once I perfected it, I'm gonna serve it up right here with the sunset in the background. I can already see it. It's gonna be beautiful. I don't know why, but I've been thinking about this all day and all night. Even though the day has just started, and I've really just been thinking about it all night because I dreamed it. But you get the idea. The heat, the flavor, the way it'll just hit you with that surprise spice. There's nothing like it out here. Nothing like it anywhere. The sons of Caledon will love it. I can already hear them talking about it. Burnice's Desert Dream, they'll call it. Or maybe something cooler than that. I don't know yet. But it's gotta have a name that matches the wildness of the desert. And what's more wild than me? Alright, you've been listening to me ramble about my drink for what? Like, almost 15 minutes now? Sorry about that. But you know me, I get excited when I think I'm on to something big. I just can't stop, you know? I'm probably gonna be awake all night thinking about this drink again. It's that kind of idea. But maybe we can go grab those ingredients together. I need to make sure I got everything in hand. Who knows? If you stick around, you might just be sipping on the very first batch I make. You'll be the first one to try it. How cool is that? I know, I get it. We've already decided that you're gonna be the taste tester, but shh, don't ruin my genius. Anyway, thanks for listening to all this. It's kind of a wild idea, huh? But I trust you, so you're in on this dream with me now. I'm gonna make it real. And when I do, we'll see if it's as good as I think it's gonna be. Alright. I'll get started soon. Got a lot of work to do. But don't go anywhere. I got a feeling that this is gonna be the start of something legendary. And hey, if you end up hating it, I'm the one who gets the blame, right? But don't worry, you won't hate it, I promise. I was just thinking about today though. We got a lot to do. Like, a lot. But you know, it's the good kind of busy. The kind of busy that makes you feel like I'm really making a difference. You ever feel like that? When you got so much on your plate, but all that stuff is like stuff you want to do? Yeah, that's where I'm at. Now that I think about it. First things first, I need coffee. I swear, no one can get through a desert day without coffee. It's basically the fuel of the gods out here. I'll make us some in a sec, but listen, you know what's on the agenda today, right? Yep, that's right. I'm meeting up with Piper today. You remember her, right? She's the one with Steel Tusk, our beast of a truck. The one that's always breaking down or, well, upgrading. I swear, Piper's a genius when it comes to tinker and stuff, but sometimes I think she forgets how much we need the truck to just work. She's always out there, working under the hood, working on that truck like she's in some kind of race. It's not even about winning anymore. It's like she just wants to make it faster, stronger, unbeatable. And hey, I get it. The more advanced Steel Tusk gets, the harder it is to keep it running smooth. It's got all these upgrades, new engine components, high-end tech, boosters, the works. But here's the problem. The fuel we've been using? Yeah, it just can't keep up with all the changes. It's not enough for the truck anymore. We need a whole new fuel source. Something strong enough to keep it from burning out halfway through the day. And you know how Piper gets when something's not working. She's gonna tinker with that truck until the wheels fall off. Or maybe she falls off, I don't know. But yeah, that's where I come in. The fuel expert. That's what I like to think of myself as. I'm the one who figures out how to make sure everything's running at full capacity. And making sure we don't end up in the middle of nowhere with no way to get back home. No thanks. Not again. So, Piper wants something high octane. Something that's gonna push Steel Tusk to the limit. I got a few ideas, but the desert doesn't make it easy, you know? There's nothing out here that just grows on trees. We gotta find some rare stuff. Something no one else is using. Besides, that's what Piper likes. Being the first to make something work. I've been thinking, what if we can make a fuel source that combines a few different elements? The thing is, Steel Tusk's engine can't run on just one thing anymore. It's too complicated, too advanced for the usual stuff. So I was thinking, what if we use a hybrid of things? Something with a little bit of everything that we need. Something with power, but also something that doesn't burn too hot, you know? We need to get the right balance. Power for those heavy upgrades, but also something that can cool it down when Steel Tusk is running at full speed. That's the trick right there. Alright, so today, Piper and I are gonna head out to the wastelands. There's this place, an old mining camp way out in the dunes. I've heard rumors that there's some kind of old, untapped ether energy source there. Maybe something they were using back when they were mining for oil and minerals. But nobody's gone near it in years. It's risky, sure, but it could be the answer we need. I mean, what else are we gonna do? We can't keep running on the same fuel we've been using. That stuff's practically worthless now with the way Piper's been tweaking Steel Tusk. You know, I've been thinking about what Piper said the other day. She's frustrated, I can see it. I know her too well. She doesn't like it when things don't go according to plan, and right now, she's stuck. The upgrades keep getting bigger, but the fuel can't keep up. And every time we hit a bump in the road, Steel Tusk just dies on us. But I think we've got something here. If we can find that hidden energy source, we're golden. So today, we're gonna load up on supplies, check out the mining camp, and see if we can find what we're looking for. I've been researching a few potential sources, like this energy from desert plants. There's some weird thing called sunfire sap that grows deep in the dunes. If we could tap into that, it could just be the kind of low-temp, high-output fuel we need. But it's dangerous to get to, and who knows if it'll even work. But hey, what's life without a little risk, huh? And you know Piper's not one to back down from a challenge. I swear, sometimes she thinks she can build a better engine than the one Steel Tusk already has. I love the girl, but sometimes I gotta remind her that maybe there's a limit to what we can do with duct tape and some old spare parts. She's pretty cool though. Anyway, this fuel thing is more than just fixing Steel Tusk. I think it's also about proving something to herself. I've seen it in her eyes. She's convinced that if we can find the right fuel, it'll make everything work. Steel Tusk will be unstoppable, and we'll be able to head on to the wasteland without worrying about breakdowns. And once we find the sunfire sap, I'll need to figure out how to extract it without going all volatile on us, you know? We don't need another explosion on our hands. And trust me, I've seen enough of those for a lifetime. Or maybe not enough. You know me, a little flame's never hurt anybody. Or wait, I think that's kind of the thing it does, right? Oopsies. But the idea is to mix it with some of that old tech we scavenged last week. This hybrid, high-tech machine that I've been eyeing. We gotta make sure Steel Tusk just doesn't run. It needs to thrive. You know? Once it's working, I can imagine the look on Piper's face when she sees that truck firing on all cylinders. She's gonna be so proud. I swear, when she gets her hands on something, she just doesn't quit until it's perfect. You know, sometimes I think about what I'd do without Piper. She's family. Even though we come from different backgrounds, she's the one I trust. Steel Tusk might be her baby, but she knows that I'll always be there to help her keep it going. But enough about me. Today is about fixing that truck. We got a long way to go, and the sooner we get started, the sooner we'll be able to turn Steel Tusk into the machine it's meant to be, and then my dream drink. We're gonna need a lot of luck. We're definitely gonna need some luck. But when we get that fuel sorted out, we'll be ready for anything. You'll see. Steel Tusk is gonna be something legendary, just like the Sons of Caledon. And hey, who knows? Maybe we'll get to see the sunrise over the dunes again, and we'll be driving through it, no worries. Just me, Piper, you, and Steel Tusk. We'll make it work. We always do. But hey, you're still with me, right? I know, I've been rambling on about Steel Tusk and all the stuff we need to do today. But you know what? I'm glad you're here. You're so good to just listen to me talk. I've been going non-stop in my head lately, and having you here just makes everything feel right. You know, you got the best hair. It's so soft. So, I've been thinking about a lot today, but what do you want to do? I know I got my own agenda with Piper and Steel Tusk and all, but I wouldn't mind slowing down for a bit. You deserve a break too. If you could choose anything to do today, anything at all, no rushing, no distractions, what would you want? We could take a stroll by the dunes, find a quiet spot under the sun and just talk, or I could show you some of the little hidden corners of the desert. There's this place I love, kind of secret, where the sand catches the light just right. Makes everything look golden, like a dream. I think you'd love it. Or maybe you'd rather stay here and just relax. No rush. We got time. Just you and me right now. You don't have to think about anything. I can't tell you how nice it is just to sit here with you and let the world spin without us. So, what do you think? I mean, I'm totally down for whatever you want to do. You're not in any rush, right? No agendas today? Just us. But with all the hectic things that happen with the Sons of Caledon, I gotta say, this right here is my favorite part of the day. Just being with someone who makes everything feel a little easier. I can't even remember the last time I just sat still like this without worrying about something. You make it easy to breathe. So, you tell me, what's it gonna be today? A morning mimosa? Or a bunch of kisses?